Yo, what's up, guys? We're back with Edgeworth Investigations. This is still Chapter 2, Turnabout Airlines, and we are on the investigation part. And this is still the beginning part. Everything like broken up to like beginning, middle, end, and then you got your investigations and your rebuttals and stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it without further delay. Hit that continue, and when we last left off, we just got permission to investigate to prove our innocence. We did not kill that man, and to find the real culprit. Mr. LeBlanc II was not too happy. And we have this lady right here, who's just a clown. Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there. If you need something, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry, but that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Anyway, how do we get like this? In order to reserve the crime scene, I'm afraid that blah blah blah. To get the first floor lounge, take the stairs. Where's the stairs? Like this way? No. Okay. Oh, it's in the front. Wow. I'm searching for the answer. Only complete thoughts need to apply. Look at these guys. Why are they so tense? This man's right here just chilling, eating a big piece of steak. This man right here, he's got the wine. Was that rice? He got rice. You got so much wine over here. It's not even funny, bro. Why does he have it with this man? You gotta enjoy yourself like these guys in the front. What about this guy over here? Oh yeah, he's mad. What about these people? The dude that died, I guess that's where yeah. This seems like a place Miles would sit. Definitely. Got a little chessboard. Miles loves a little chess. Alright, let's get over here. March 12th, 7:26 a.m. Flight I-390, first floor lounge. I want to thank you for the help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think that your standing with me has changed. I see. I'll bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. So my time runs out as soon as the crew's discretion does it. At his crew's discretion. Wow. I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide aboard? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for the business economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff key. We found no records of the keys being used at all, which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Alright, begin investigation, first floor lounge. Now then, let's get started. But where shall we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statement. The crime occurred between 6 and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, I did not kill Mr. Hicks. It means that the killer was around somewhere. Alright, we got a little logic there. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. First order of business to gather the information to win your trust. There you go, gotta win some trust. What floor does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew keycard. so the only floor is accessible to the passengers of the first and second. Alright. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Alright, so let's check this little. We got some paper hanging out there. Yeah, let's check that first. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. Looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Alright, we got a picture. And with that we can deduce that someone stole his cell phone. I believe, because he carries it around on that little clip. Eureka! Miss Hicks, wow. Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Mr. Nero. So I guess because it's not here, yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Alright, so we got a good piece of information. Guess we'll examine it. What is this sinister looking figure on the floor here? Oh, it's a piggy bank of our company's mascot, Mr. Irefly. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell in our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? Alright. So we take the back of his head. There's no doubt. Oh, wait, wow. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in the elevator on this flight. So, Mr. Hicks, he's really. Wow. Get my voice. So, Mr. Hicks, he's really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her. But that's when a corpse right there. What did I just say? I'm getting tired. Wow. It's a little late. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, we should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this have been the cause of death? He appears to be struck very hard. Alright, so we can use logic, I think. And yeah, his glasses are broken. What is this, like a card or something? Can we check that? I don't think we need to check that. I don't think we need to check the coinage either. A little thing to know, if you want to know if you missed something, it will say, if you didn't miss it, it will say I already checked this area. But if you did miss something, it'll say I won't rest until I suspect every, suspicious nook and cranny and all that. Alright, let's use a little logic right here. Where was the killer? Okay, nope. Somebody found the elevator. Was it broke during the murder? Blunt object. Yeah, think we can connect those. That seems logical, right? Definitely. Statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes, what is it? The way the blood is on, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that the figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connections. Perhaps master of obvious would be more befitting. Alright. Alright. I think that's all we're gonna get for now. Can we examine this? There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the rack. Alright, there's nothing here. Check this. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. Alright. No matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. Yeah, for real. Can I not be a nice guy for once? Now, I guess if they want me to be a jerk, I mean, you know, Edgeworth has no problem with that, or at least at the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. This room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great, however. To me, it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies beyond this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second there. You did indeed. What else do we need to examine? Maybe this? Glasses and candles are thrown into a disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut it off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. Can we examine this? Oh. Exactly. Okay. Can we go in here, maybe? The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters, but we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found in this lounge I must read. Alright, Edgeworth. Who is this? It's a bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, the other one is him in his 80s. Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Man, I need to squint more. What is this right here? Nothing. These counters and windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Alright, we gotta find a clue. Is this bottle gonna tell me something? Nope. Okay, I think this chair maybe? Yeah. Let's topple over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no. Look at all the grape juice staining in the back. It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used in the Rockers Pals when the Rockers Pals came to tour this plane. The Rockers Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rockers Pals? I can't believe that you never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rockers Pals are an extremely popular international band. They've added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. That explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should act Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing that conversation would get. Maybe we can we like examine some of the chat? Yeah. Alright, I think that's what we need to do. Examine. Suppose there's a way you insert the coin. I have to say, for a piggy bank, it's rather well. So well, in fact, that I'm not sure there's a way to take your money out. That's true. Alright. Yeah, we already know about blood on it. Oh, let's check his cell phone. Wow. Oh, we can't check it. Can we check that? Yeah. Alright, so he has like a statue in the back. Anything else? Sky magazine. Alright, this will tell us times and stuff. So if we have anybody that rebuttals with something due to time, I guess that's what we show them. Body, photo. Okay. Maybe we have to talk to her? Yeah. Are you in need of assistance? About the victim, maybe? I was wondering if you notice anything, Miss Tenero. Yes, I can't help but to notice a sad atmosphere in here. Yes, it was a rather tragic crime. I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing it in salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands. And I promise as a prosecutor that I will solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far once more. The key to solving the lie is at the intersection of my logic and the evidence. She still got that look like I don't like you. Mr. Nero, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lie. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around. If you could pass the message along, tell him I'm grateful for a spirit of cooperation. I will, however, please realize that you're still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, I take no offense. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Yes, verily. Do you pinky swear you do on the honor of your professional prosecutor? I pinky swear I do on my honor as a professional prosecutor. Well, I guess that settles that. I feel my honor as a man is slowly diminishing. I agree, Edgeworth. Very much. Right, what is this? Can we check here again? Pretty sure we checked everything. Can we check? Yeah. Maybe we have to look at the logic again. I might have to. Why would we go back here? Alright, can't go back. I already checked that. Alright, we checked that. Yeah, we did. Grand piano with the pride of its playing. Okay. Okay, perfect. There's some spilled grape juice in the front of the elevator. I assumed it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up, or someone might get hurt. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. What's this important piece of evidence in the scene? Obviously, the footsteps, guys.
Take that!
What is it? There's a little smudge, but I think we can both agree that they are a set of footprints. So you think, yes, these belong to our killer. Okay, then maybe we should check the shoe size of everyone in first class. I don't think that would be of any help to us. Fortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. Can we do that now? Must still be clues. Bro. Did we get a piece of logic for that? Because that might be all we needed. Still great juice, yeah. What was it? Killer? That, yeah, that should connect, right? Hopefully. No! Ouch. Spilled grape juice on the floor. Victim body found inside the blah blah blah. Okay, maybe we can examine that some more. Can we? Huh. Do I have anything to deduce? Nope. What else? You have to let us into this. I mean, that's obvious. Still looking for clues. Can we talk to her again? Need of assistance. Notice anything? Did you notice anything? I was wondering whose footprint. Yeah, we had to talk to her. Wow. I'd say the killers, wouldn't you say? Even if they aren't, I'm sure that they are vital clues in solving this case. Oh, maybe there are other clues waiting to be found in other places. Come on now, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go find them together. A word of advice, no one likes a credit thief, so stop stealing my lines. Can we not present them to her or something? Nope. Do 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 do. So we can't examine that again? Maybe I have to get closer. Nope. Huh. Yeah, we're in circles right now. Alright, I'm gonna pause it. Figure out what I need to do. Alright, I think I get it. I'm pretty sure it has to deal with logic, so. And obviously, we want to use the spilled grape juice one. And the elevator, I believe, because logically, if he died in the elevator, his footprint should be there. Maybe. Nope. Wow. Not on my game right now. Alright, I'm gonna pause it until I find out. Alright guys, I think I got it. So we're gonna need to say, what was the killer? He was in the elevator. Because that makes sense. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before turbulence. What if the killer were in the elevator with the victim? Then that's a different story. Alright, there we go. He was in the elevator. Then combine that. And we got it. There we go. Ah, logic. Nice clean. I have it. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes, it's rather simple, actually. Proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact, that someone else exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. Or couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see that the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Alright, investigation complete. Get that health back. Appreciate it. What's going on over there? Symbol, symbol. Symbol, symbol. Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is like, it's the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. But the movie? What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I would prove my innocence to you right now. What nonsense. Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken. Merely there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine. Suit yourself. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles of my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes. Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Wow. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seems to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So the eyewitness testimony, if you think you can destroy it, then come see me. Hurry. Do I look like I'm a man who is having the time to wait for you? Do I look like a man? Wow. Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. What I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was one of the needles of my pocket watch. Okay, well, I don't have to do his voice again. Alright, certainly saw him. Did you see him enter by himself? Press that.
Hold it.
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at the time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was Mr. Hicks man. That last outburst is a bit too important to let go. Alright, let's present this. Does this prove it? Unless they updated this. Oh. Yeah. Let's say this maybe.
Objection.
There we go. Yeah, I'm right. Mr. LeBlanc, what is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yeah, and but you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, and the one that leads from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence to prove that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive while he existed. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Symbol. Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. No way, that's totally impossible. I know that there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she is right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the detail of what you witnessed for me? I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. Having to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear that there was no one else inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you to have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No, not at all. Please, forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as truth. Alright. Very upset when he passed seat, blah blah blah. So, are you still upset now? I'm always upset. The only time I'm not is when I have a piece of art in my hand. Surprisingly easy to believe that about him. It's always checking the time over and over, okay? Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Turning back to my time and money. You understand the point? Movie. Is he talking about the in-flight ones that's mentioned in the magazine? Summary of the plot and the start time. Interesting. Movies. All times shown corresponded or blah blah blahs. They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. Check my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board, so my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule. But the movie was still late, very, very late. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. Movie I want to see when I start, so I check my pocket watch many times. Set it on board the plane. Okay. Let's check. Let's press that. You're sure about what you testified, Mr. LeBlanc? Yes, of course. I'm very busy man. I'm mentally busy. Many places to go. I see. This is a very valuable statement. Flatter me all you want, but not get one cent out of me. That's alright. All it requires testimony.
Hold it.
So this movie you mentioned, is it the one listed on Sky Magazine? Yes. I was looking forward to watching License to Love. Okay. Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense, you doubt me. No, now stop pointing at me like that. How did he miss a movie that he was clearly hoping to see? Great number of times, that much I know for sure. Yeah, okay, so all times correspond with the departure time and not the destination time, so.
Objection.
Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Now, if your watch had been set to our destination time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky Magazine, clocks on the flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Ms. Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is the flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right, it was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhangfei. Or is it Zhangfa? But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time, so right now we're still running in Bojinian time. What? The time difference between Bojini and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. What? Further, with your analog watch set to our destination time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clock. It also changes everything about your testimony, and you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior to 3 a.m. Or is it at 3 a.m.? Wouldn't it be whatever. My 1,000,000 cents. This should clear up all the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means the time of death could have been anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, oh, I'm Cammy Melee. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it that you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting at his seat at 5 a.m., you know. What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while you were parked at the transfer point. The stop we made for refueling at the cargo transfer in Sang Fa, correct? Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight? No, not a single person got off or on in Sang Fa or Fei. I don't know which one. What about the flight crew? The few who are handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten off, but eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Yeah. And I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Ackley Hicks was there in the seat when we took off at 5 a.m. Alright. Then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15. Okay, now what time do you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down as soon as we left the Republic of Zhang Fei. You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you were the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth? Were you really in here the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. Well then, how do we explain the footprints? It's not that obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in the lounge, waited to kill him, and then put the corpse into the elevator. This is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but the time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the 2nd floor doesn't matter, because their entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? Do you have another idea? I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario presented. Is there something that I can tie the crime to a location other than this lounge? The Mr. I-Fly piggy bank, I believe? The murder weapon, this little piggy bank, is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and is not displayed here in the lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. Doesn't prove that you're innocent at all. Is there no way to win with this man? If I may, what is it? You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says, and what do you know this so well? Well, it's just that the piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was that? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Come to think of it, Miss Tenero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? It's the flight attendant's room. Then you were on the 1st floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes. You seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go there in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. In any case, I believe that it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Ms. Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? See, I gotta talk sleep as her. No, I haven't forgotten, but I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh. That's weird. What is it? Well, I just talked to the captain, see, and he said that he couldn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero? It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said that you had permission to search all over, but You don't. And yet, here you are. You flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry, I already got permission to search the shop for from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Miss Tenero, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you will please follow me, I will be your guide from now on. There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity, but right now investigating this in-flight shop is my priority. Alright, that was a really long episode, but I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna save it here. Yeesh. And hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.